Karine is back as a new season of the Traitors Canada has graced us with its presence. Once again, Canada has gone with a mixed season of known personalities and civilians. 22 players all vying for a prize pot of up to $100,000. Initially, I thought it was going to be like season 1 for me, where the only personality I recognised was from Drag Race. As the episode progressed, I kept wondering why Cedric looked familiar. I haven't watched any version of The Amazing Race, so couldn't place where I recognised him until I realised he's also a comedian. But I digress. Let's go back to talking about episode 1 of season 2. So I was wondering how things were going to be different this season and what the production team would do to shake things up, or what elements were going to be introduced that had been seen in other versions of the show. I was not expecting the first shake-up within the first 10 minutes of the episode. Karine offered them the opportunity to add $10,000 to the prize pot if some of them volunteered to put themselves on death row. Not a single traitor had been picked at this point, so I was thinking, why would anyone volunteer for that? I certainly wouldn't.
What are you guys doing? Why are they just offering themselves up on a silver platter?
Well, I was shocked that not only did one person volunteer, but they had the 5 needed for the 10,000 to be added. They didn't have to do it, but Chris, Dylan, Enoch, Kevin and Lauren offered themselves on a silver platter to be the first victim of the season. No surprise that at least one person started to regret their decision as the episode went on.
I could feel my body moving forward before my mind caught up. It will suck so bad to go home first, and it will suck even more that I feel I did it to myself. So I really hope I stay, but I'm kind of pre-processing the fact that I don't think the odds look good for me.
During the mission, they also added $10,000, taking the prize pot to $20,000 before a single elimination occurred. One point about the mission, the players were more than 10 seconds away from where Karine was. I was surprised they would have put the time on the screen at that point. For me, it really didn't provide the necessary tension they might have been trying to drum up. That was such a blatant case of trying to make it seem like they might not get those last few cannonballs on time. There have been many questions about some of the timed missions on various versions and whether or not they've been given more than the time mentioned, or if there have been editing tricks. I guess we're just used to these shenanigans by now.
I think you're already lying, aren't you?
Maybe just one lie.
And what is that?
I already know someone who's also participating in the show.
It's not uncommon during celebrity seasons for players to have known each other before entering the game. Those have mostly been people that have worked with each other. There was a set of famous brothers in Deveradas season 3, the original version from Netherlands, so they couldn't exactly keep their connection secret. When it comes to mixed or civilian seasons, previous connections are often kept secret. From the versions I've seen, there's been couples, whether dating or married, a mother and son, and now we have another pairing with a pre-existing connection to each other. Unknown to the other players, Nick and Kira are siblings. Both are YouTube content creators, so kind of known personalities and unknown at the same time. It'll be interesting to see if anyone spots any resemblance, or if they later reveal they are related. Kira and Neda were the initial traitor picks, but we were left in the dark about any additional picks or whether it would be up to the traitors to pick the third one. Always interesting to see who people's initial suspicion fall onto. Those first few minutes after the blindfolds are removed proved to be so pivotal. The traitors try and play things in a certain way, but as proved when the conversations flow amongst the players, every little thing that someone does is seen as suspicious. Touch your face, take a drink of water, look around, don't look around, fidget. I would do all these things within a minute. I wouldn't stand a chance of not appearing suspicious. Mary Jo was the first player to bring up a traitor's name, with Trana also agreeing. That name was Neda, though at this point we didn't know if there were more than 2 traitors picked, so one of the other names mentioned could have been a traitor. It's funny that one of the people Neda didn't want to see as a traitor was Kira, because she thinks Kira will probably backstab her, noting her intelligence as a factor to be wary of. Michael was the third traitor picked, which meant the secrecy of not telling the viewers straight away was a bit of a letdown. I did wonder if they would draw out the third traitor reveal until the beginning of episode 2. I was ready to give my suspicions on who I thought it could be. It would have been very interesting if Karine had picked someone from Death Row, and I would have liked to have seen that happen. Looking at the 3 traitors picked, I could see Michael or Neda being the first traitor banished, but for different reasons. Kira thought Michael was a fellow traitor after the blindfolds came off. It makes it even more awkward that Kira threw Michael's name out to a couple of people before meeting in the conclave for the first time. If that starts to catch wind, then that could see him in a sticky situation. Reactions after the traitor picks are usually a big factor when it comes to the first couple of banishments. My reason for thinking Neda could be the first traitor banished is purely for the fact that she was on Big Brother. I know nothing of her time there, but what I do know is that Canada, along with the USA version, likes to pick a former Big Brother contestant as a traitor. I'm still waiting for the day when the North American versions resist the temptation of picking someone from Big Brother and Survivor as traitors. It's too obvious. If there's anyone amongst the faithfuls that has seen both versions, they might come to that conclusion. That and Neda's name has already been mentioned. I could possibly be wrong, and Kira could end up being the first traitor banished, especially if her brother Nick senses it.
I did try to analyze my sister because I know her the best, clearly.
I actually could not keep his eye contact because I feel like sometimes he knows.
Not much chatter so far about Kira, but things can change so quickly in this game. Out of the faithfuls, I think Cedric looks like an odds-on favourite to be banished early, probably even first. Many of the players have mentioned his name and him being a bit chaotic.
You are not a traitor because you actually look like you've buried a few bodies in your time.
Whoa, okay.
As much as I love Cedric, he is hectic. As a traitor, I don't think he could cut it.
Cedric, 150 million%. His whole body language changed.
Cedric seemed to give off something that makes people think he's a traitor. Dylan is also another name that's come up because of his eagerness to speak after the blindfolds were removed.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really trust Dylan.
Because he's a lobbyist. Why would you talk first? To make it look like you weren't.
What are the motivations for speaking?
Yeah.
Is it a nervous tick? Is it controlling the narrative? Like, there's different motivation.
Though he's on death row, so his murder could make some people question their theories. Out of those on death row, Kira wants to keep Enoch and Lauren in the game. Whether that actually happens is yet to be seen. If it's between the other 3, then I would pick Chris. It would definitely ruffle some feathers and keep the faithfuls on their toes.